hobbies, play, family bonding, and other activities indicated in the weekly home learning plan as part of nurturing their socio-economic well-being. And letter G, to monitor and track the learner's accomplishment and timely submission of all tasks requirement for the portfolio for the subject areas. Letter H, document and keep record of the learner's progress based on formative assessments and submit the same to the teacher for instructional decision. Help the teachers in determining the need of intervention in strategies based on their observation and tracking of the learner's progress. Communicate with and explain to the learners the learning tasks of activities indicated in the identified intervention, remediation, or enrichment strategy prepared by the teachers concerned. Provide answers and clarify any difficulty or confusion about the intervention strategies and communicate such concerns to the teachers concerned, especially when the learning support aid cannot address such concerns. Letter K, to coordinate and communicate with the parents and or guardians the periodic feedback of learners' progress prepared by the teachers. L, comply with laws, rules, and policies on the rights of children, their protection and education, including Department Order number 40 Series 2012 on the DepEd Child Protection Policy and applicable DepEd issuances or yes to ensure that in the course of engagement, the learner shall at all times be protected against abuse, violence, exploitation, discrimination, and other forms of abuse. And lastly, to perform other tasks and functions related to the teaching and learning process as may be deemed necessary and or assigned by the school head. So in number 12, learning support aids shall be engaged under contract of service or job order subject to Civil Service Commission, Commission on Audit, and Department of Budget and Management Joint Circular Number 1, Series 2017 on the rules and regulations governing contract of service and job order workers in the government as amended by Joint Circular Number 1, Series 2018 and other applicable policies, issuances, rules, and regulations. Furthermore, the following guidelines shall be observed. Letter A, they shall be engaged for a period of at least 6 months but not to extend beyond the end of school year 2020 to 2021. Letter B, they shall receive a remuneration or compensation for services rendered, amount of which shall not be below the minimum daily wage rates set by the National Wages Productivity Commission per region. Letter C, consistent with item 7.4 of the Civil Service Commission, the COA, the DBM, Joint Circular Number 1, Series 2017, the service rendered by learning support aids under contract of service and job order are not covered by civil service law and rules, thus do not entail provision of benefits granted to government employees such as leave, pera, rata, and 13th month pay. Letter D, they shall render 8 working hours a day for 5 days or a total of 40 hours a week, excluding time for lunch. Letter E, they shall work together and in collaboration with the teacher or teachers and may report directly to the teacher or teachers. Nonetheless, they shall be under the overall supervision of the school head, regardless of the source of funds or their remuneration. All administrative actions and decisions pertaining to the contractual relations shall be exercised by the school. Pertaining to contractual relations shall be exercised by the school's division superintendent or the school head as designated by the SDS. Letter F, the work arrangement shall be determined by the school head in consultation with the teachers and learning support aid. The school shall adopt alternative strategies and remote modalities as may be appropriate to the profile and needs of the learners and the available resources and modalities to access to the learners and or households. Letter G, attendance and performance monitoring shall be guided by the guidelines set forth in DO number 11, Series 2020 on the revised guidelines on alternative work arrangements in the Department of Education during the period of state national emergency due to COVID-19 pandemic. The prescribed individual daily log and accomplishment report attached as inclusion number 3 of the said DO shall be used for this purpose. Letter H, performance appraisal shall be done by the school head as rater based on the self-assessment and peer evaluation of the subject teacher or teachers. Using the existing individual performance review and commitment form for teachers, the school head as rater and the learning support aid as ratee shall discuss and agree on the individual key results areas, objectives, performance indicators based on the prescribed job functions indicated in this order. Let me continue in letter I. Learning support aides shall observe the standards of professional and personal conduct in the discharge and execution of functions or services in accordance with the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees under RA 6713 and adhere to DepEd orders, memoranda, and other issuances pertaining to learning support aids. Letter F, the SDO shall determine the corresponding fund source as may be applicable subject to existing and available funds from the Special Education Fund, maybe subject to applicable guidelines and issuances on the use of the SEF. And two, maybe from the general fund of the LGU, subject to the approval of the local chief executive and applicable rules and regulations on the use of the general fund. A memorandum of agreement may be executed between DepEd, SDO, and the LGU concerned as may be required or necessary. Then we can also get it from the SDO maintenance and other operating expenses kung kasya or from the MOE. And the school MOE provided that all mandatory expenses per DO numbers 8 and 29 series 2019 and DO number 15 series 2020 are prioritized. Then from other programs of DepEd and other government and non-government organizations such as through Adapt a School program, subject to relevant laws and issuances. So these are the things that are important from this memorandum. And if you have some questions on this, maybe I suggest that we will have the question and answer after everything is presented. So we would like to continue with our updates, but let me introduce you to Sir Pat, who is going to continue updates on the suggested measures to foster academic ease during the COVID-19 pandemic. Sir Pat, would you like to use my laptop? Oh, Ma'am Sensors, nandito po si Sir Pat. Ano na ito? You are on. Hindi, basta kaskas.
Okay, good morning again. Good morning, Baguio City. Uh, in fact, when Sir Edgar told me to at least help him, I did not hesitate because this afternoon I would be needing his help also when I'm going to meet our friends or SDO Benguet, since I am the guardian of Benguet. I am assigned to Benguet Division. So my task is to just read suggested measures to foster academic ease during the COVID-19 pandemic. I know you know or you already read this information about academic ease, but this is just to remind everyone so that you will not forget, considering the bulk of work or balancing of work we are all doing in our respective workplace, especially the situation we are in now, this pandemic. So this is just a reminder for everyone so that we will not forget. So when we say, uh, I heard this academic is, I came across with the message of Regional Director Sir Panchet from Caraga when he delivered his message to the educators in Caraga before. So I heard his message mentioning about academic ease. So according to, we know very well the meaning of ease, no? So according to Miriam, when we say ease, this is a state of being comfortable, free from pain, free from burdens, free from discomfort, free from worries, free from suffering, etc. So this is what we are going to consider to when it comes to our learners. So when we say in the slides, it says here, uh, flexible learning offers learners which learning choices from multiple dimensions of study, applies learner-centered constructivist approach, which is indicated by a shift from the teacher taking learning responsibilities to the learner taking these responsibilities, and requires learners to be more skilled at self-regulation in terms of goal setting, self-monitoring, self-instruction, and self-reinforcement. In a flexible learning environment, teachers promote active learning by creating, engaging in effective situation. So when we say constructivist approach, we are now this based on the belief that learning occurs as learners are actively involved in the process of meaning and knowledge, so that teachers are supposed to be flexible to uh, their learners. So this is what we are supposed to uh, tell to the school heads, that they should be, or our teachers should be flexible and should be considerate and should be understanding to our learners. Now, to help reduce stress and anxiety, the following measures I highly recommended. A. Schools may determine activities contained in the self-learning modules or learning activity sheets for the first quarter, which may be declared as optional, uh, so that learners are unable to focus only on the most essential activities while allowing the fast learners to perform additional tasks. Examples on pretest or post-test with 6 or more items, learners may answer 5 items only, depending on uh, how many items or how we treat our learners, our students. And Next is the additional enrichment activities in the SLM, maybe for the fast learners. So in the SLM, we have additional activities for the fast learners. And then additional learning activity sheets may be made available for the fast learners who need enrichment activities. So for the fast learners who need enrichment activities, the teacher will be giving other learning activity sheets or additional activity sheets. Of course, it should not be no more than what is being expected so that our learners will not be burdened. And they can easily do or answer the modules that are given to them. For the succeeding quarters, learning tasks in the SLMs or other learning materials may be streamlined to ensure that learning development is manifested and that activities or exercises sufficiently cover, develop the learning competencies leading to mastery. Example, not too many items of the same difficulty level to cover the same MELCs. Now, when it comes to the modules, according to our meeting with the regional director earlier, she made mention that from uh, K to 3, they can answer in directly to the modules. For 4 to up, they could utilize answer sheets. Now, letter C, that's according to our real director. For the succeeding quarters, schools should put premium on instructional management tasks of teachers in their workload or assignments. Teachers should not be burdened on printing and distribution of modules. We do not know, this is already, it's up to already to the SDOs or to the division offices in CAR, if how are they going to do this, letter D, according to when it comes to the printing and distribution of modules. I heard again our regional director during our meeting that instead of weekly distribution and retrieval of modules, she made mention that we could do it monthly distribution and monthly retrieval, so that will not so much burden our learners. Or even our parents will be going to the schools or to the barangays and retrieve or to distribute or to get the modules or to give it back again the modules, to give back the modules. And then E, support to the mental health, socio-emotional well-being of teachers, students, and their parents or learning facilitators should be expanded by organizing group wellness sessions and the like. It is always mentioned that we always give priority to the health condition or to the health of our learners, our parents, our stakeholders, even especially of course our teachers. So that is the priority. So that's letter E. F is time allotment for the completion, submission of activities, tasks of teachers may be reconsidered, so that our teachers also will not be burdened or because of the many works they are making or they are doing rather. We should also allot time for them to accomplish their task or their work. So we will not be telling them immediately, submit it immediately, ASAP and something like that. So we should be giving them more time to complete their task or their accomplishment before they're going to submit. It's also like to our learners. I have a neighbor wherein, according to the parent, the teacher do not like to accept already the module of the child when the parent went to submit the module. I do not know the reason. So letter G, learners and home learning facilitators found to be experiencing. So in relation to that, I told the parents to please talk to the teacher, talk nicely to the teacher, approach the teacher, and then you have to talk nicely to the teacher when you are going to submit the modules. Learners and home learning facilitators found to be experiencing difficulties shall be provided additional support by the teachers or learning support aides. Of course, we do not deny that there are difficulties encountered by the parents uh, in helping their children uh, or in guiding their children, especially in accomplishing their tasks in the modules. So because of this, the difficulty of the parents and even the learners, because we have parents who are telling the module, the lessons, the module, they cannot understand. So we have to be very considerate to our learners and to our parents when they are regarding to the submission of the modules. Now, so that is the I am sure you have heard or you have read the information on regarding the welfare of this academic is that it is mentioned there that when it comes to the academic is of our teachers, the welfare of our teachers and learners remains to be our priority, and we will ensure that the school year 2020-2021 will be bearable for all while still promoting effective learning engagement. That is according to our Secretary Leonor Magtorlis Briones. So I am sure you came across with the, the, the department order series of 2020 that was released on October 30, 2020 from the Undersecretary of Curriculum and Instruction, our very own Justado San Antonio. So they made mention, the very important on measures regarding academic ease, on how, what are we going to do, how are we going to do the modules, the distribution of modules, the retrieval, and how to treat our learners, our parents, when it comes to the answering the or giving them the modules and so on. So that is academic ease. So to continue with this one, may I ask Sir Edgar to please continue? Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Sir Pat. And of course, for the next slides, these are more of important announcements. Again, thank you very much, Sir Pat. So for other updates, important updates for SY 2020 to 2021, first quarter, ito po, alam po natin yon, pero let us be reminded again. First quarter is extended October 5 to December 12, 2020. For our second quarter, January 4 to February 27, 2021. So siguro, hopefully, magkaroon tayo ng oras para may handa lahat ng kailangan natin para sa second quarter. Yung third quarter po natin ay mag-umpisa ng Marso, March 1 to April 24, 2021. Our fourth quarter will be April 26 to June 11, 2020. And in-service training or trainings, maybe, it will be on the December 14 to 19, 2020. Yan, let's also talk about the important content of Regional Memorandum 354 Series to 2020. This is on the reiteration on the distribution and utilization of self-learning modules and LRs. So in number 2, it says here, relative to this office reiterates to all school division offices that all locally developed SLMs and LRs in all learning areas in all grade levels must undergo a thorough quality assurance process at the regional office before distribution to learners and or uploading to SDO LR portal. And in number 3, the SDOs are expected to conduct orientation to supervisors, school heads, and teachers to communicate the guidelines that no module shall be distributed to the learners unless quality assured at the regional office. Further, schools, division superintendents, and school heads shall be held accountable for any SLM and LR utilized in their respective divisions and schools found to have violations to LR standards. And in number 5, an error watch mechanism shall be tied up with the LR help desk. Please address all LR or SLM related concerns through the help desk email. Posting on Facebook is highly discouraged. Only concerns addressed through the LR Gmail account shall be addressed. Yan, para maiwasan po natin yung mga maaring lalaking issue kung nakapost sa social media. Of course, we would like to talk about the regional assessment test na kung saan ay pinapangunahan po ng ating mathematics supervisor na si Sir Brian. Ito po yung mga activities natin. On the activities, orientation of DTCs and DITOs on the guidelines on the conduct of home-based online RAT. So, online po tayo, matutuloy po ito. In charge is RTC and RITO or RITO. Then, yung participants natin, yes, division and DTCs and DITOs. Chief of Quad and CLMD ang mag-monitor. It will be on November 16. Yes, kahapon pala, no? Ay, nung isang araw pa ito. Ayan, ang magaganap ngayon ay yung orientation. Sa pangatlo, wag na natin basahin yung naganap kahapon. Pero basahin natin para alam po natin na may naganap kahapon yung orientation of chief examiners, school testing coordinators. At ito ay nangyari November 17, 2020. Then of course, today, the orientation of parents and test takers, yung orient sana ay yung chief examiner ng school testing coordinator, school ICT coordinator. Yung participants ay yung takers natin at kanilang mga magulang. And yung mag-monitor, yung DTC and dito. And on the November 18, there will be a mock home-based online RAT. Mag-take charge dito yung mga testing facilitator, test takers, ang participants natin to be assisted by their parents. Yan. Siyempre, ang mag-monitor ay yung chief examiner, school testing coordinator, at saka school ICT coordinator. Yan po ay mamayang hapon. Then the actual test or actual conduct of home-based online RAT will be on the November 20, 2020. Okay, so also these are some important activities. 7:30 to 8:30, mangyayari po yung preparation and orientation of the examinee. Sa 10 to 10:15, magkaroon tayo ng, or 8:31 to 10, it will be the test of mathematics. So break, and then to be followed by the preparation and orientation para sa English. Then 10:31 yung sa English. Of course, pagkatapos ng lunch break, it will be the preparation and orientation for the examinee para sa science and technology. Then sa 3 o'clock, yung sa Filipino naman. That will be on the November 20. Also, we would like to talk about the Regional Memorandum 229 Series 2020 on quality assurance and development of kinder to grade 3 self-learning modules for quarter 2. Ito kasi parang magkaroon tayo ng problema dahil dapat tayo ang gagawa nito sa division, yung sa K-3 SLM. Maliban sa level o kaya grade 4 to 12 na priority natin yung manggaling sa CO or CO-led SLMs. So, ito yung magiging assignment. Kung sakali kulang tayo, magkakaroon ng pagbibilang. Kung magiging kulang ito, kailangan pong gawan natin. So, yung assignment po natin for ABRA, edukasyon sa pagpapakatao, ang apayaw sa araling panlipunan, ang English po ang assign sa atin sa Baguio. Benguet, mathematics, sa division. Ito po, na-draw lots po ito. So, hindi po natin pinili na talagang nag-draw lots po tayo. So, sa division ng Ifugao naman ay ang science, ang division ng Kalinga ay Filipino, Mountain Province is Kinder, at saka Tabuk City, MAPE. Ayan. So, alam ko naman na sa, halimbawa sa Baguio City ay marami nang available. Siguro, i-ano lang natin, i-quality assure na lang natin at saka i-submit natin. Kaya kung titingnan natin at may available na dito, i-announce po ng ating LR letter. Yan, ito po yung summary ng summary of downloaded available central office modules ready to print. Ito po yung naibigay na ng central office. So, ang Kinder sa AP, meron ng 2. Sa grade 4, meron ng 4. Sa grade 7, merong 1. Grade 9 is 3. Grade 10 is 4. Sana makumpleto ng lahat ng mga ito para hindi tayo magka-problema. Sa English ay wala pa. Sa ESP, merong 1 sa grade 10. Filipino, merong 5 sa grade 10. TLE, EPP at TLE. Ang ICT may 4 sa grade 4. Sa agriculture, merong 9 sa grade 5. Sa HE, ICT is 9, grade 5 pala, no? At Agri, may 9 sa grade 5. Sa HE, may 10 sa grade 5. Sa Industrial Arts, merong 6 sa grade 5. Sa Intrep, merong 8 sa grade 5. Ayan. Sa music naman, merong 7 sa grade 7. Health, wala pa. MTB, MLE, wala. Homeroom, ayan. Wala pa itong mga iba. At ang total natin sa Kinder is 2. Grade 4 is 8. 33 sa grade 5. Sa grade 7 naman ay 8. 3 sa grade 9. 10 sa grade 10. At saka 13 sa senior high. Karamihan o lahat ng sa senior high ay sa physical education. So we pray na mai-download na nila lahat ng mga kailangan natin bago matapos itong buwan na ito. Summary of locally developed. Ito naman yung modules sa quarter 2 na ginawa po natin sa region, sa division, at saka sa region. So, sa learning area, yun sa mother tongue, ay wala pa. Tingnan lang natin kung ano ang meron. Sa Filipino, ay may 4 sa, 2 sa Benguet, 3 sa Kalinga. May total tayong 5. Sa English naman, ay merong 1 sa Kalinga, nag-isa lang. Sa science, merong 2 sa Benguet at saka 9 sa Kalinga. Doon sa mathematics, sa Benguet, 2, Kalinga, 1, at merong tayong total na 3. Sa Araling Panlipunan, ito ang marami, no? Sa Apayao, kasalukuyan natin itong ina-assure o ina-assess. Sa Benguet, 1, sa Kalinga, 9, sa Tabuk ay 1, at meron tayong 41 na total. Sa EPP at TLE, wala pa. Merong 3 sa MAPE from Apayao at 3 sa Kalinga, kaya may total tayo na 6. Ang ESP naman, may 3 galing sa Benguet at ayun lang, may total tayong 3. So, ongoing ang ating quality assurance sa lahat ng na isubmit na ito. So, yan yung mga updates natin. At I think we are done. But before we will turn, o kaya bago natin i-turn over yung ating presentation sa inyo, meron po tayong kasabihan dito. Gusto nating basahin. Don't dwell on what went wrong. Instead, focus on what to do next. Spend your energies on moving forward toward finding the answer. So with that, we would like to thank you, Baguio City, for our partners in CID for listening. Yan, so let us have a 5-minute break, sirs and moms. Pagkatapos, pagbalik po natin, ay umpisan po natin yung presentation po natin mula sa inyo for what we have done, following the guidelines or guide from Regional Memorandum 353 Series 2020. Mag-health break muna po tayo. Thank you very much for listening. Again, good morning.
Good morning. Sir Edgar, sino ang host natin? Pwede bang paki-share sa akin? I-try ko itong presentation ko.
Yes, ma'am. Again.
Sino yung host natin? Pwede bang paki-share sa akin? I-try ko itong presentation ko.
Sige po. We will do that. Punta lang ako sandali sa kabila, ma'am, ha? Sabihin ko kasi thank you, ma'am. Hello, Ma'am Juliet.
Okay, sige sir.
I-send niyo sa email ko yung presentation niyo, ma'am.
Hindi ba pwedeng ako na ang mag-direct na mag-present dito?
Okay.
Share mo lang
Sige.
yung share ay yung para i-share ko, i-testing ko.
Sige, ma'am. Punta po kayo sa present now.
Wala kasi hindi naka-share sa akin.
Hindi naka-share sa iyo. Tingnan niyo sa window, ma'am. Yung
Sige.
sa baba, sa lower portion, doon sa right. Tingnan niyo yung present now, ma'am. Pag na-click niyo yung present now, ma'am, punta kayo sa window. Ayun. Yan, meron na po, ma'am. Ma'am, sabihin po ninyo kung ready kayo or mag-break muna kayo sandali. Mag-health break muna kayo. Meron pa tayong 3 minutes.
Okay, sige, mamaya. Buksan ko rin dito. Buksan ko rin ito.
Ayan, meron na po, ma'am.
Sige, hintayin ko yung health break, few minutes.
Opo, opo.
Binggit.
Okay, I
Good
think
morning.
we
Sir,
are now ready. Yes, Ma'am Juliet.
Okay. So thank you very much, Sir Edgar, and for the regional office team for this opportunity to kumusta each other
Yes, ma'am. Welcome
amid,
po.
amidst distance, physical distancing. Di ba, Sir Edgar?
Tama, ma'am. Tama, ma'am.
May I now present this the result of our 5 weeks after we had the opening of classes. So here, for the assessment of the first 5 weeks of quarter 1, we have here the percentage of SLMs distributed to the learners. From the central office initiated, we have 95%. And locally developed, we have division initiated, and of course, school initiated the modules, we have 89.07%. For the errors that we encountered here or that we had seen, from the central office initiated SLMs, we have typographical errors. And I think we have seen all this one. Like, for example, I cannot, we had seen kasi this one, meron yung from central office. And then from locally initiated SLMs, we have this one, typographical errors pa rin. And then we have the sources referencing, picture quality, low resolution, and pixelated images. So ano yung action na ginawa natin dito? We have here typographical errors were corrected, low quality images were replaced, citing sources were changed. And then moving further, we have this one. The next question here is mechanisms implemented in the whole division for distribution and retrieval of SLMs. First, we have the clustering. And second, we have the distribution and retrieval of SLMs every 2 weeks. But I think when a while back, it was presented that we will have the distribution and retrieval of SLMs monthly. I think that would be of great help to our learners and of course to our teachers. And again, that will be in compliance with the observance of the health protocol, wherein we have less contact with our parents, with those who are going to pick up, distribute, and return or in the retrieval of materials. At least we have only monthly. And
Yes, ma'am. Tama po kayo.
yes, Sir Edgar. In addition, that will again be beneficial to our learners who will be who are not able to finish their modules on that date that we had that we asked them to finish. So if we are going to retrieve it monthly, and that would be nice. Another one is that we have here and I think, Sir Edgar, that was made mention, of course, by the regional director when she came. So I hope that do we have to wait for a memo, or we will just reschedule that so that after this one, kasi we also plan to conduct orientation or school orientation regarding this thing, or not exactly orientation, but as a reminders regarding these things that we discussed. So if that would be final already, that we will have monthly. Kasi actually, this is a concern in our division. Some were asking our learners to really should return the modules on the scheduled date that they assign or that they have scheduled. But if we are seeing that we will have a monthly retrieval in distribution, then we would like to finalize that so that it will be of great help to our teachers in the schools that we will just have monthly na lang sa lahat ng schools natin. Sir Edgar, do we have to still wait for a regional memo, or can we just have that na lang?
Hindi na siguro, ma'am, kasi na-announce na ng mismo ng acting RD. At siguro we can already pero pag-usapan namin kay Ma'am Chief. Yes, ma'am. Pero siguro dahil na-announce na ng ating RD, we might as well start naman.
Oo nga, kasi mas maganda talaga yan. Oo.
Opo.
Oo. Sige, thank you, Sir Ed. And then may I continue? Percentage of module accomplished by learners within the given allotted period. Yes, it is 100%. All learners were able to accomplish. But yun nga, mas maganda kung yung monthly para it would help our teachers and of course our learners. And then next, we go to the tracking mechanisms implemented to check learners' activities within the class week. So we have here SMS, call, and then we have FB Messenger, online Zoom. Feedback. The parents were providing feedback to teachers, and likewise, teachers were also providing feedback to learners after accomplishing the modules that had been submitted. That's why our platforms here will be blended learning modalities, because they will be answering the modules, and the teachers will follow up through text messages and these things that were mentioned here. And then next, we have another hint. Other modalities of learning delivery implemented. We have modular learning delivery, we have audio, we have videos, radio, Lukban Elementary School, TV schedule, Sky Cable, and then online, FB Messenger, and then Zoom. And then we have conduct of learning assessment. Some schools gave one written work and performance task. And we ask this one, there are some modules kasi na mahaba yung, or on assessment, they give additional written works and additional performance tasks. And then interventions for assistance, we have Facebook group chat, Zoom call, and text messages. And then we have here the ways forward in suggestions, interventions to improve deliveries of learning for Q2. Maximize the use of blended learning among the teachers. Simplify development of module like activity, focus, trim down. Strengthen the use of online platforms for easy delivery of technical assistance to the teachers and to conform with AITF protocols. Here in Baguio kasi medyo tumataas yung high risk tayo. Meron tayong mga ibang school na naka-lockdown last week dahil may mga teachers na nag-positive. That's why our ESDS and our superintendent were encouraging that, yes, we have the full operation, pero most of sana yung teachers natin ay work from home. The reason kasi why our teachers were, our school heads were asking our teachers ay yung mga, ano ba yun, yung sorting out of the modules, yung stapler, magi-stapler sila, at mga iba pang work ng teachers. We actually shared this one when our RD came here last Friday. But yun nga, ang ano natin na sana dito ang idadagdag natin na ways forward natin ay yung we have these modules be bidded out by the school sana para ready na yung modules na naka-stapler doon sa ating na-stapler ng ating suppliers. This will be just be delivered door to door sa atin para hindi ito yung time, so that our teachers will not be wasting their time doing all this staplering at saka yung mga iba pang sorting out. Actually, when we went to monitor, ito yung mga talagang ginagawa ng teachers. So, these are the things that we can share. And then doon kanina, Sir Edgar, that was discussed, DepEd Order 32.
Yes, ma'am. Opo.
Nandito yata yun. Ay, ito pala. Ito yung susunod. So for the regional assessment, conduct of orientation on the following dates. So you made mention this one a while back. So we also had our orientation. My comment here will be later na lang sa ating RAT assessment na ito. But dito sa DepEd Order 32-2020, Learning Support Aids and SA Guidelines. When I made mention this yesterday when we had our meeting with our SDS, we did not hire teachers LSA or learning support aids natin as yung guidelines you made mention a while back, yung mga duties and responsibilities. For ano yung dahilan? Reason is that we have no budget for this because all the budget were allotted for our printed modules. And said we have this Project Kalayaan. this project Kalayaan, we have volunteer teachers who will be assisting our learners. Of course, we had our MOA with them. In that this project Kalayaan volunteer, ito yung mga teacher na graduate din sila. We had we oriented them on the distance learning modalities and just a walkthrough on the MELC para alam din nila. So sila yung tutulong sa ating mga learners sa community and then for schools na kung saan sila malapit. And then we also had this Parent Academy project wherein most of our, or if not most, last summer, since we were locked down March, starting last March, we had our series of knowledge sharing, wherein we had engagement with our parents. So they were oriented, and this was cascaded to the different schools. That some parents also were oriented who will be helping us and who will be helping our learners. So these are the projects that we had because we cannot hire, we cannot hire our learning support aides dahil nga yun yung budget natin. And then we have this fostering academic aids. We have this one that you discussed a while back, module in online platforms, distance learning modalities. Dito nga'y kwan, Sir Ed, meron akong personal kwan dito. Ito kasi regional assessment in relation to this academic aids that we mentioned a while back. Itong kwan, itong rational assessment test natin, ongoing kasi, ay yung mga teachers din, engaged sila sa mga modules. Ito lang yung nakita kong concern, so that under this rational assessment test, teachers will be going to the houses or to the learners to assess them in taking the exam. While they are also, they are also accomplishing the module. If we can see how we could put these things para yung tinatawag nga nating academic aids na hindi masyadong burden or hindi masyadong marami yung ginagawa ng mga teachers natin. Baka we can reschedule it na yun lang ang aking concern dito.
So, yes, ma'am. At tungkol po dyan, parang napag-usapan na baka yung mga in-charge doon sa assessment ay malilibre sila sa araw na yan sa paggawa ng modules para maasikaso nila yung sa exam. Pero we will ask Sir Brian to shed light on that maybe after your presentation.
Okay, thank you. And then please look into this concern. Because okay lang yung face-to-face. You can ask somebody to take care of your class. But this time kasi, these teachers also are engaged. Kung yung class nila ay 8 to 9, sila ay naka-online with their learners. So yung assigned na teachers who will be taking care of this one, definitely mag-go off muna siya doon sa kanyang engagement sa kanyang learners. So yun pang isang consideration dito, Sir Ed. Thank you. May I now move forward?
Yes, ma'am. Sige po.
Thank you na. Tapos na ako. So yun lang. Thank you. Thank you. And then, Sir Ed, I appreciate yung kanina yung na-share mo na sayings, last na yan. I was not able to get that one, but that is nice. We move forward, not to dwell on our mistakes because yun yung kanina. So with that, thank you very much. That is my presentation. And at the same time, yung concern na sinabi ko. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for that thorough presentation of the assessment of the first 5 weeks of Q1, including, of course, those interventions and ways forward. So congratulations for SDO Baguio for all those many initiatives from you, from the office, and of course from our teachers. So bago natin tawagin si Sir Brian para doon sa concern niyo, ma'am, ay siguro hintayin natin siya, hindi siya naka-on ngayon. Baka busy muna. tawagin muna natin yung iba pang ating mga partners sa curriculum. Baka meron po silang mga additional na announcement. Unahin natin si Ma'am Telma. Ma'am Telma. Talayon. Hello, Ma'am Telma.
Hello, Sir Edgar.
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
hearing me?
Yes,
Oo.
baka meron kang updates or announcements?
Kinakausap ko lang si Sir Brian tungkol doon sa query ni Ma'am Juliet. Kaya,
Sige. Unahin natin si Sir Brian. Nandiyan ba si Sir Brian?
nandito na siya kasi ano. But anyway, very short naman yung query ko sa Baguio. I will not be speaking in the for minima kasi alam ko naman na talagang parang exempted ang Baguio sa for minima natin. Yan yung actually gusto nating sana. As of now, parang sila sa orthography natin. They are still ongoing for the framework, I think. So, yung tatanungin ko lang, sir. Hello, Ma'am Juliet. Hello, Ma'am Juliet. Hello, Sir Edgar.
Yes, ma'am. Baka punta sa dali sa CR or baka you can address the others.
Malaman natin kung sino ba yung PBMLE focal person natin sa Baguio ngayon. Is it still Ma'am Julia Ladjong? Hello, Ma'am.
Maybe may tanong po si Ma'am Telma kung sino yung ating yes, ma'am. Nandiyan na po si Ma'am Juliet.
Okay, thank you. Ano yun? Go ahead, ma'am.
Yung psychosocial natin, ma'am. Teka muna, uunahin ko muna yung orthography natin. Who is in charge of our MPBMLE focal person, ma'am? Sa Baguio ngayon. Yung mother tongue natin. Who is in charge?
Come again, ma'am. You kindly just give your announcement. We will just be reiterating na lang. Titingnan natin.
Oo, kasi sinimulan namin kina Ma'am, actually sinimulan namin kina Ma'am Jackie, but I think Ma'am Jackie already retired or almost retiring. Yung for minima, I just would like to know the status, kung may nagawa ba tayo sa orthography at saka yung for minimum requirements ng orthography natin, the primer, yung grammar books natin at saka yung dictionary. Kung may isang ICC or language na nagawa o wala pa.
Ma'am Selma, we will be answering you after this one. Not after this one.
Later.
Yung sinabi mong status, i-check namin muna.
Oo, sige. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, how about our psychosocial? Kung sino ang in charge doon? Kasi we released a memo asking for the summary report kung kumustahin natin yung mga bata natin. If you remember, ma'am, we conducted the psychosocial modules 1 week before the opening of classes, and we are requesting that if the parents and the teacher answer the parents' feedback, can we have a summary of that? Ma'am Angie Calata is asking for at least kung may maitutulong ang regional office sa nagiging outcome nito, yung naikandak na psychosocial natin, ma'am.
Noted po, we will be submitting summary report of the PFA.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Noted po.
Yan lang naman. Thank you. Yan lang, ma'am, Sir Edgar.
Yes, thank you, Ma'am Telma.
Of course, si Sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ma'am Telma. Ma'am Juliet, nandito na po si Sir Brian sa concern natin. So, good morning, Sir Brian.
Good morning po. Good morning po sa ating lahat sa SDO Baguio po.
Yan, meron lang konting concern si Ma'am Juliet. Ma'am Juliet, go ahead po.
Okay, thank you, Sir Edgar. Yung concern ko kanina is that yung RAT assessment natin is scheduled the teachers, ay yung mechanism pala natin, the teachers will also go to the different, I will also administer this one sa mga learners natin. ay sabay kasi ito na yung mga teachers din, they are engaged with their learners. Kaya ang nakikita natin ay can we have or we just go on as schedule this itong RAP assessment natin.
Yes po, Ma'am Juliet. So, actually, we have also released yung advisory and I think nasa office na ng ating regional director na we are having cancellation of classes in grade 7 and 11 of schools participating in the home-based online regional assessment test. So parang ang kwan nito, ang suspended lang ng classes ay yung grade 7 at saka grade 11 of participating schools lang, ma'am. But when it comes to the other schools na hindi naman po nakiparticipate sa home-based online regional assessment test, ay wala pong suspension ng classes po, Ma'am Juliet.
Okay, thank you. So that that regional memo will be released ba?
Yes
so
po,
that
ma'am, within this day.
division testing coordinator will be guided.
Yes po, ma'am. Okay po.
Okay, sige, thank you.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you, Sir Brian. Thank you, Ma'am Juliet. Parang meron ding update si Ma'am Anne Rose. Ma'am Anne Rose, good morning.
Learning competency is essential if it is aligned with the national and/or local.
Ma'am Anne Rose, you are muted yata. I-unmute mo.
Literate Filipinos. So pag hindi siya aligned with national,
Please come in, Ma'am Anne Rose.
Other nations, other countries, hindi na po siya essential. It connects the content to
Hindi namin kayo maririnig, Ma'am Rose, Anne Rose.
Talagang medyo 21st century skills at
Okay, habang inaayos ni Ma'am Anne Rose, baka meron pang ibang mga concerns tayo from other partners, from our regional supervisors in other areas, learning areas. Ayan, nagsasalita yata si Ma'am Anne Rose pero hindi marinig. Pakiayos lang yung kanyang audio. Come in, Ma'am Anne Rose. Wala. So, may we ask other EPSs kung meron po tayong ibang updates maliban sa mga nabanggit? Wala na yata. So at this point, we would like to ask our chief, Ma'am Carmel. Baka meron siyang mensahe para sa atin, Ma'am Carmel.
Sir Edgar?
Yes, ma'am.
Andali lang, kausapin ko si ma'am kasi hindi yata may ibang kinakausap. I will just go in.
Sige, ma'am. Thank
Sandali
you.
lang, just for a minute.
Yeah. Magkakaiba po kasi yung aming lokasyon. Nandito kami kay Sir Pat sa LR, yung iba sa nasa office. Yan.
Tapos na kasi sila kung may message ka raw, hinihintay. Kung mag-message ka sa...
Antelma, paki-mute lang po yung kasi nag-feedback.
Sa kumustahan po, ma'am. Sige na. Nasabi ko na, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Oo, kasi dual-dual ang natin, pinapakinggan natin dito. Kaya.
Nagmo-multitask ang ating mabait na chief. Kaya pakihintay lang po.
Ayan na, sir.
Ayan, nandiyan na si ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Na-introduce na namin kayo. Kayo na po. Salamat.
Sorry po, kami ay nagkakagulo sa webinar this day. It's a very full day. Okay, so kumusta na ang Baguio City? How are all of you? I hope everyone is fine despite all the situation that we are in. So kumusta? Sige, mag-diretsuhin ko na, no? As I have mentioned to the other divisions yesterday, na ni-remind ko rin na I think ni-remind din ito ni RD during our meeting with Ma'am Juliet and the others who were there during the meeting last week. Um, Inuulit po namin, wag po muna kayo mag-print no, ng mga quarter 2 modules natin. If you have access to the teams, please do not print those yet because the regional office is reviewing the CO modules, no? Not naman reviewing as in reviewing, no? We're just removing the preliminary, I mean the unnecessary pages so that when it reaches you, it's ready to print. Okay, so that's the instruction coming from our regional director. We will have to remove unnecessary pages already at the regional office. And when we share them to you, it's ready for printing. You don't have anything to do with it. But you review pa rin, no? Baka may nakaligtaan kami, no? Review the content pa rin because as we all know, we have been into an issue already. I hope we learn from that experience that will not be repeated, no? So we will review and review before printing all those modules that will come to us. Aside from that, each division is assigned a competency or a learning area, I mean, no? A learning area to work on for the K to 3. So starting next week, we will be calling on the participants to join that workshop for module making on K to 3. Okay? Para ang gagawin natin dito, yung mga na-develop ng inyong division will be shared, no, to the other divisions, provided this will meet the quality assurance standards. Okay? So I repeat, all ready to print materials or quarter 2 SLMs will have to come and will have to be authorized by the regional office before you're going to share them to your schools. Okay? Another reminder, starting quarter 2 also, the distribution and retrieval will already be on a monthly basis. Okay? So I hope that prepares you for the bidding processes or whatever, no, that has to be taken care of before quarter 2. Another thing may emphasize, no, in terms of assessment, because I think that's still a concern, no, in terms of assessment. If you would like the post assessments in your SLMs to be your summative assessments, please do not include them to be printed in the modules. Remove them, remove the keys to correction. Okay? Kung talagang kulang tayo ng oras and we want to use that one. Okay? Kasi inuulit ko, in-emphasize ng central office, di ba, na ang mga nandoon sa modules ay formative. In nature, they are formative assessments. Now, dahil nga we are in a situation na talagang we are at stress or what, mga ganyan, no? Considerations. Okay? Your post-assessments, yung ibang divisions nga, they're not allowing that eh. They're working on a parallel post-assessment. No? Yung post-assessment dun sa SLMs, ganun din. Pero, I mean, the nature is the same, pero different yung the way the content of the questions will be different. No? Ganun ang ginagawa. So, but if you would like to use it as a summative assessment or a written work assessment, please remove it in the modules and ayun, wag niyo isasama no sa inyong modules na na-print tapos sabihin niyo yun ang inyong post-assessment or summative assessment. Okay, so that is all that I want to remind you of. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sir Edgar. Back to you.
Ma'am Carmel, may question lang ako. Ma'am Carmel,
Yes, ma'am.
Regarding this assessment, so what is being asked in the Order 31 is for written works and performance tasks. Ito kasi yung hinihingi, di ba ma'am? Performance task. Performance task. So that the written works we asked for, meron yung sa DepEd Order 31. So yung written works na ito, we got it from the written works kasi doon sa activity ng mga bata, ay doon sa activities doon sa module. And then dito sa performance task, ito na yung application na nasa module. So ito yung nasa module. Ngayon you were saying, ma'am, na you took a formative assessment. So yun yung lahat ng nasa
Written
module
word.
ay formative assessment. And then would that mean na we will come up with our summative assessment?
No, ma'am. I'm referring to the written works. Sorry. The written works.
Opo.
The written works.
Yes, ma'am. So doon sa DepEd Order 31, yun yung pagkakaiba sa DepEd Order number 8. Doon kasi sa DepEd number 8, we have the periodical test. Ito naman kasi kaya ito yung, ang tingin, what I can say here, ma'am, is parang this is part pa rin yung academic case natin ito na para free from burden, free from additional work. Yung hinihingi doon sa DepEd Order 31, which will be used for this during this time of pandemic is for our assessment for written works yan. So ito, we got this from the activities doon sa modules. And then another 4 performance tasks. And we again identify dito yung mga application ng learning doon sa modules natin. Ito yung ginawa natin, ma'am. Performance task at saka yung written works ay doon sa activity sa module. And then yung performance task ay doon yung application na nasa module natin pa rin, ma'am.
Okay. Di ba pag written works, that's graded? And that will already form
Yes, ma'am.
the written work plus the performance task. No? Those will be graded and this will already form the rating for that period, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Oo. Di ba ang nasa, parang, aywan ko kung, kasi ang malinaw sa akin noong central office orientation natin, hinimay-himay ni Mr. Palatao
Tama
yung
po.
parts ng module, di ba? In-explain niya kung ano ang rationale sa bawat assessment ng parts ng module. At malinaw na inulit-ulit pa ni Director Lai na ang nandoon na assessments ay formative. So ibig sabihin hindi siya graded, no? Nire-record lang natin siya to see kung kung ano ang progress ng ating mga learners. So kung
Exactly, ma'am.
sinasabi
Yes.
na So kung sinasabi natin na doon natin kukunin yung written works, hindi ba conflicting 'yun sa ideya ng DepEd Order 31?
I do not naman see na conflicting yun, ma'am. Kasi yung written works kasi na nakalagay dyan is ano yung in-accomplish ng mga bata that we considered as written works. Yun yung understanding natin doon, ma'am. Now we go to the performance task. Kaya here, we also identify yung mga APS natin, in-identify nila yung performance task ay yung application. So, for this first quarter, ma'am.
Balikan natin ha yung prinsipyo ng DO31 kung aligned ba ang ating understanding kasi yun ang aking pagkakaintindi no doon sa orientation. I know that some of you have attended that CO orientation and
Yes, ma'am.
inulit-ulit yun. So I don't know. Sir Brian, will you enlighten us?
Ma'am Carmel. So while waiting for Sir Brian, ito
Mm.
kasi is for us looking into this academic aids kasi, so would that mean, so yung we go to yung sinabi mo kanina. So aside from the module, we are going to prepare Garud written works, and we are going
Yes.
to assessment, and we are going to prepare performance task assessment on
Yes,
top
ma'am. That's
of
how
the
I see
module.
it.
On
That's
top
how
of
I
the
see it.
module.
That's how we see it. Okay?
Oh,
The interpretation kasi, I mean, not the interpretation, but the explanation during that time was very clear, no? And it was always emphasized by our director Lai that those in the modules are formative assessments. So they are not graded. They're only recorded for tracking purposes, no? For knowing how our learners are progressing. But these are not the written works that is referred to in the DepEd order. So really, on top of what is in the module, uh, our teachers will have to prepare, no, a simple written work assessment or a performance task assessment. Okay, maybe Sir Brian will provide more enlightenment on this one. Sir
Uh,
Brian?
Before Sir Brian, Ma'am Carmel, sige. Actually, the consideration kasi that we had here, Ma'am Carmel, is that yes, that would be ideal if it's face to face. But during this distance learning modalities, kasi, Ma'am, is that by accomplishing the module alone by our learners, is that they acquire the knowledge, the skill, and the attitudes that you want to instill in them through the accomplishment of this module. That's why we identify that already, that once the learner had accomplished that, because one consideration is yung we are not sure kung, but of course we do not see this one, kung sila yung accomplish sa module nila. Yun yung, parang yun din ang isang nakita natin na why this DepEd Order 31 came out. So with that understanding, ma'am, then teachers will be asked to prepare, aside from the module that they are accomplishing, they will be preparing again questions on top of the modules that the learners will again accomplish. Uh, well, if that is how is it, then we will do that, ma'am. Pero yung consideration nga na sinasabi natin, are we sure that they are the one accomplishing? Although we do not focus on that area na kung sila yung nag-accomplish, ma'am. So, yes, ma'am, may we have Sir Brian? Thank you.
Sige. Sir Brian?
I think good morning po Ma'am Juliet, and good morning again to all our fellow EPS of SDO Baguio. During the orientation, the regional orientation on assessment of DepEd Order 31, actually there are several issues and concerns that were raised by the participants, no? And we would like to share as well what we have agreed upon last time. Hindi ko alam kung nakarating po sa SDO Baguio yung ating agreement last time. So as one of our agreements last time, parang pinag-usapan namin, we allowed actually, no, parang yung post-test lang ang inallow po namin na pwede siyang maging summative assessment, pero may proseso po yon. Ang suggestions po namin, yung post-assessment po na iyon ay hindi po i-include ng teacher. Pag nag-distribute siya ng module, hindi po dapat siya naka-include doon sa module na iyon. Ibig sabihin, pag nagbigay po siya ng module, ay wala po yung post-assessment na iyon. Now, before ibigay po ng teacher yung post-assessment, ay dapat i-collect niya muna yung mga modules na na-distribute. Pagkatapos ay i-check niya, magbibigay po siya ng feedback. At makikita naman po niya doon kung ready na yung bata na mag-post-assessment. And that's the only time na ibibigay po ng teacher yung post-assessment. In that case po kasi, we can still see that post-assessment as summative assessment. Pero kung ang ating post-assessment ay ibibigay together with the module na ibibigay na po natin, na nandoon na siya, at may mga key answer po sa ating modules, it will really be functioning as a formative assessment. Parang that was our agreement before, no? Na nakita namin. But one agreement also was that kung halimbawa gagawa po tayo ng summative assessment, ang sinasabi lang naman po natin para mag-guide din naman ng ating mga estudyante at ang ating mga teacher ay hindi din po mahirapan doon sa paggawa po ng exam, ay you come up with a test questions parallel doon sa naibigay po na questions. Parang yun po yung nakita natin na solution po para hindi na mahirapan yung ating mga teachers doon sa paggawa ng ating mga summative assessments. Ma'am Juliet.
Thank you, Sir Brian. We took off summative or post-assessment here. So thank you for that. But if we are going to remove the key answer, then it would defeat the purpose of the SLM's self-learning modules that
I
we...
would I would like to
So,
be clarified, Ma'am Juliet. I would like to be clarified. Doon sa self-learning modules, you are supposed to be including the key answers. What I am saying here is that you are supposed to be removing the post-assessment only. That is the only part that you are going to remove when, let's for example, the teacher will be distributing the module. It's only the post-assessment that should be removed. Meaning to say, the post-assessment will not be included to be distributed, no, doon sa module na i-distribute po ng ating mga teachers. And so, hindi siya kasali, hindi siya part yon. And then, matapos pong na-distribute, sagutan po ng mga bata yung module na yon na wala pong post-assessment, ibabalik po sa atin sa teacher, i-check po ng teacher, titignan niyang maayos, magbibigay po ng teacher ng feedback, and then pagka na-receive na ng estudyante yung feedback, that's the time na magbibigay po ng teacher ng yung post-test na na-remove, na pwede po siyang magamit na summative assessment. Ang sinasabi po natin, ina-allow po natin na gamitin po ng ating mga teachers yung post-assessment or post-test doon sa mga module, provided po na hindi niya i-include yung post-test mismo doon sa module na i-distribute, ma'am. Ibig sabihin, pati yung key answer doon sa module for the post-test only shall not be included doon sa mai-distribute po na, sa module po, Ma'am Juliet.
Sige, we will try to look into that kasi we are looking into monthly distribution of modules in retrieval. Now we will have this removed, and then after the teacher will check the module, this will be returned and we have the post assessment. Thank you very much for that info. We will look
Brian
into that.
and Ma'am Juliet,
Okay,
can I
sige,
come
sir.
in?
Yes po, Sir Kupsian.
Regarding post clarification sa distribution, as you said na after giving the module, for let's be realistic, when it comes to distribution and retrieval, mahirap po. It's easy to say you just collect and give the next for the summative test. Hindi ba pwedeng isabay na lang sa module kasama yung summative test natin? Not necessary na after giving the module and retrieve, then give again the summative test. Kasi ang hirap po ang distribution at saka retrieval.
I would like to answer that issue at concern ni Sir Kupsian. Siyempre, kapag ka nag-distribute ka, sir, na ngayon, kailan ka ba magdi-distribute po ulit ng another set of modules? Doon lang po nyo isasabay yung pagbibigay po ng mga summative assessment nang sa gano'n na hindi po kayo mahirapan.
Yes, it's true, sir. But in reality, yung previous is per 2 weeks ang binibigay namin. We have a lot of situations if we are going to retrieve as well as distribute. So if the consideration, hindi ba pwedeng isabay na lang? Yun ang makikita po namin na suggestion. But in
Sir
reality,
Kupsian,
yes.
Parang we defeat yata yung purpose ng ating why we would like to conduct assessment. At ang purpose po kasi ng formative assessment ay para din makita natin kung the students are ready. Now, kung halimbawa, hindi pa natin alam kung how these students are performing, pagkatapos isinabay po natin yon, ay hindi na-defeat po yung purpose why we would like to conduct now formative assessment at saka summative assessment. Because from the result of the modules na i-collect po natin, we will be able to determine kung ready ang ating mga bata for the summative assessment. Now, in that case na isasabay po natin, parang hindi natin alam kung halimbawa yung ating mga estudyante at ready for summative assessment. Ganun po, Sir Kopsian. With regard to the strategy, alam po, merong strategy ang mga teachers on how they are going to do that. Whether that is 2 weeks, 1 month, or whatsoever, sir. Kung halimbawa 1 month po yung naibigay for the collection, doon lang po natin ibigay sir yung ating mga summative assessment. The following isabay po natin doon sa pag-distribute ng the next set of modules na bibigay po natin. I think that is very clear na stand po natin sa regional office, Sir Kupsian.
Okay, if that's the case, sir, if you say 1 month, what will happen of every month? Shall we say 4 weeks? What will happen if you will be giving all those in a 1 month because you say distribution?
Sir Kupsian, provided that we are actually doing our best naman for the formative assessment at mga ganon. Kung talagang the teachers are really doing their part, their
Yes,
best
sir.
to really monitor and track, I think there is no problem with that, Sir Kutsian.
Stage and grade level ay from quarter 1 to quarter.
Hello, Sir Francis. Nawala po kayo. Ayan, nandyan. Okay, thank you very much, Sir Brian. Baka meron pang tanong si Sir Francis.
Kasi po sa Baguio talaga mahirap po. It's easy to say, ang dali lang mang ibibigay. Shall we say in 2 weeks or 1 week if we can give, but scheduling really after every module that has been submitted or retrieved, mahirap po in some situation.
Parang nawawala yata ako. Sir Kupsian, ano po yun?
Yun nga sir, kung na-lockdown sakali ang mga dito po sa amin, nala-lockdown po kami. School
Sir Kupsian, parang ganun din po yung atin yung pag-distribute din. Kung halimbawa sa next time mag-distribute, doon natin isabay yung ating summative assessment. Yung mga posters, sir. Basta ang ating stand, kung ang kasi ay dadagdag po natin sa mga module na yun, it will really serve as a formative assessment, sir.
Kasi shall we say, considering activities were given, alam na talaga yung teacher kung ano ang i-formulate nila na written as well as performance. So yun lang sir, ang ang gusto lang namin is-cite dito sa Baguio. Thank you.
Oo. Siguro sir, no?
May I come in, Sir Edgar?
Yes, Ma'am Carmel.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Brian, may I cut you there. Siguro, Juan, this time, this room is not also enough for us to discuss all those things. We will go to Baguio City na lang. We will allot a day for Baguio City. We will go there for Kupsian and Ma'am Juliet. We will discuss more on these matters. Perhaps by next week, we will go there, Ma'am. We will schedule a day so that clarify. Baka hindi tayo masyadong magkaintindihan dahil dito sa distance discussion na ito. May mga miscommunications. No? So we will go there na lang.
So, yun po. Thank you very much. Yun po ang gusto kong i-cite. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Sir Francis, Sir Brian, and Ma'am Carmel. So, Ma'am Juliet, meron pa ba?
Sorry,
Wala na siguro. So, kanina pa nagpa-pop up si Ma'am Annie at saka hindi niya na-unmute yung kaniyang audio. Baka may gustong sabihin si Ma'am Annie Rose.
Yeah, good morning to all Baguio Fs and your SDO. Good morning, Ma'am Juliet. I just wanted to thank Of course, the CID uh, who were sharing to us during the culminating activity of the IPED month, your videos regarding your IPSP in Baguio. So we have included in our Domino the IPSP of Baguio Central School and the IPSP of Pingat National High School. Okay? So the videos are well documented. But there's just one thing that we have done for the editing. For the videos, when you include people in the background, see to it that there is an acknowledgement from these people, so their name should be listed. For the names that was not in the list of participants after the video, we have just deleted them, some parts of it, and we synchronize with the proper IPSP that we are supposed to be documenting. But otherwise, everything is nice, and I hope you had the chance to see them in our Domino. Thank you. So yun lang po. Just to say thank you to them.
Wow, thank you, Ma'am Annie. So, oo nga, no? Panoorin natin yung Domino, yung YouTube channel natin sa LR. Baka marami tayong pwedeng mahugot doon para sa ating mga learners. Ayan, so parang wala na siguro na tayong pag-uusapan na iba. At muli, maraming salamat sa ating mga partners sa CID ng SDO Baguio. At siyempre, para magiging maganda ang ating pagtatapos ng ating kumustahan, ay magkaroon tayo ng prayer. May God see us through, lalo na sa ganitong sitwasyon. Sana magtapos na yung COVID para mas o kaya magkaroon tayo ng face-to-face, no? Hindi lang laging online yung kumustahan natin. So, Sir Kermit, may we have our closing prayer? Hintayin natin sandali yung ating closing prayer.
Muggaya, muggayaman. Nai kami ay manyaman, uggayaman, galayaman. Isnan engka namarswan, uggayaman, galayaman, uggayam. Ilimi ay kaduntugan, uggayaman. Gawis ay pantean uggayaman. Uggayaman.
Nung